In this video, we're going to go over our euphoric breathing technique, specifically for our breathwork journeys that we are going to go on. And it's our 2-part active inhale with a passive exhale. And if you haven't listened and seen the video on breathing and how I want us to breathe in everyday life, check that out. It's about a 4-minute video. Great stuff to start practicing diaphragmatic breathing, which is going to make doing this exercise a little bit easier. Now, for this video, I want you to watch this. If you're watching this, hopefully you're about to embark on a breathwork journey, and this is the technique that I want us to use throughout this journey. So, this is going to look like a 2-part inhale and 1 exhale. So the 2 inhales are active. So the first inhale is going to be expansive in the diaphragm. So on the inhale, it's going to be, so it expands, and then another inhale is going to go up into the chest, and then we're going to exhale out the mouth. So it's into the belly, up into the chest, out the mouth. Right, 2 inhales and a passive exhale. So it's not going to be a, it's more of that that release on the exhale. And in the other video, I talk about I want us breathing through the nose pretty much at rest, like 99% of the time I want us doing it. For this breath work session, we're going to be doing everything through the mouth. And I want you to breathe like you're sucking in through a straw. We're able to suck in more air, which can get us to those states a little bit faster. So, in the beginning of this journey, we are going to go slow. We're going to ease into this journey, especially if this is our first time. We're going to ease into it, and I want us to focus on depth over speed. So going deeper instead of faster. We can go, but it's only we're only going to get so much from it. Versus if you practice right now and you take 2 massive inhales, 3-5 times, you already start feeling a little lightheaded. You start feeling a little tingly, right? So we're going to start and we're going to go deeper. And we're going to go slow like that in the beginning. And then as we start increasing, you'll feel the music start to build. You'll also hear my cadence start to build. And I'll also remind you to speed up a little bit more. And once we start really flowing and you're in the rhythm and you are rocking and rolling with this, it's going to, instead of being robotic, more of like a 1-2 pop, 1-2 pop. It's going to be like a wave. It's going to be cyclical. So it's going to look like, yeah? So belly's out, up, down, up. And that, again, is challenging to sustain over 45 minutes, let alone like 3 minutes, let alone an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. So just imagine, I want you to practice on your own. Do it for a minute or so, 2 minutes at that cadence. And then imagine what's going to happen to the body if you do that for 45 minutes straight. So granted, we're not going to be at that rate pushing 100% the entire time. We're going to ease into it and then we're going to flow and feel into our body and go at our own pace. But if we go at that cadence and push ourselves and challenge ourselves, we can really enter some powerful states and do a lot of healing. So that's the technique that I want us to practice. So before you get into our session, I want you to start practicing and put your hand on your belly, hand on your chest, so you can feel it. Now, if you watched my other video, if you breathed primarily completely backwards, which I did for 80% of my life, which was when I inhaled, it was all on my chest. Then breathing out expansive into the belly might feel really uncomfortable, and that's okay. So this is where the practice comes in. So practice on your own, feel into it, try out the 2-part breath. Even if it's challenging, I want you to try it out, push yourself. But if it becomes too confusing, it's like one of these kind of situations, then when you come in, we can talk about it, we can practice it. But if you're thinking about it too much, it actually brings you back into your conscious mind. The whole point of this is to go into your subconscious. So I don't want us thinking about all these mechanics. So if it gets too challenging, we're just going to do a deep diaphragmatic breath. So just 1 big inhale and expand pretty much everywhere. So our belly goes out, our chest goes out. We just fill all the space that we can. So that's what I want us to do if the 2-part breath is too challenging. But that is the 2-part breath, the euphoric breathing style. That is the technique that I want you to start practicing before our breathwork session and get ready to rock and roll. And I'm excited. Thank you for being here. And if you have any questions, hit me up, let me know, and I'll see you soon.